Hey everybody, this is David Scarica. This is stock chart of the day for Wednesday, 12th, March 12th, sorry. So what we're gonna look at today, I've been saying that the market's been oversold for a while. You can see the RSI did dip between 30. If you look at all these stocks, like a lot of stocks are like into whatever. I'm gonna look at some airline stocks in tomorrow's stock chart of the day, but today what I want to really focus on is the internals of the market. So I'm going to look at these internals right here in the stock market. And this is really interesting because I've talked about those sentiment indicators, but if we look at like things like advanced decline line, there hasn't been a big tick down. Okay, now one of the warnings maybe of the market's top in February was that the advanced decline line and advanced decline volume, well, volume did hit a new high, but advanced decline line did not. And sometimes you have those internals, discrepancies. But what's interesting is on this decline, we're not seeing these huge, like, look at how, like, here, and we're going to get the advanced decline line. So we can see it going back years. We're going to go back like 5 years and we see some of these declines. And you can see, look at some of these sell-offs, like the minus 400 days, especially during the bear market. Look, we haven't really seen that extreme amount of declines or in decline volume. Like, look at some of these days in late 2022, or this is early 2023, or whatever. We haven't really seen, especially in the advanced decline line, these huge sell-offs. And so maybe that's a sign that, like, you know, that the internals are actually holding up pretty well. And I've seen a lot of stocks that I own hold up really well. Like myself personally, it's partly because some of my precious metal stocks have done extremely well. I've had two silver stocks in the last 2 days, both gap up huge on earnings. So that's helped. But like maybe it's because the internals actually aren't that weak, and that can be positive. Maybe this is just a correction. Like you can't get caught up in this stuff. Like I'm not very pleased with what's going on in the macro level economically right now. But and look at when I show you these airline charts tomorrow, it's like the airlines are signaling something. They're signaling a major slowdown in the economy, right? So, but the market discounts that, all that stuff that they talk about. But I think that this little move here we're seeing around 5,600, 55 to 5,600. This is probably a bottom. I've been buying a few things today and yesterday. I just I'm putting on a members alert too, showing the stuff that I'm buying. So maybe this is a sign that we're bottoming and something's going to happen here, et cetera, et cetera. So anyhow, I'm pretty excited, about the opportunities that are coming here with this. But I just wanted to show you this internals. You can see that, the advanced decline volume, the advanced decline line really have not been too bad on this decline. And maybe that's a sign of things to come, you know? So anyhow, and that's right. I try to be analytical. I try to look at these things. I try not to get emotional. I'm a bit of an emotional person in some respects. And like I said, if you knew what I really thought about some of the things going on right now, you know, it's not, I would have some very, you know, very, some words that are very extreme. But whatever, this is the market. You gotta throw all that stuff aside, et cetera, et cetera. And like I said, the advanced decline line really hasn't been that bad on the decline. And look at it, wasn't that bad in the decline back in the summer, and look what happened. So another thing too, I'm saying if we are going to have some kind of blow off in the markets, or if this was not the top here, like in 1929 and 1987, I'm not saying we're going to have a crash, but there was about a 10% correction in the spring, and then a blow off into the summer. So like this would actually be par kind of for the course if that were to be the case, So anyhow, I'm going to leave everything at that, and everybody take care. And I hope you enjoyed today's stock chart of the day. And we'll have some interesting charts on the airlines going forward.